Good afternoon and happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. It's a pleasure to see you here today. Now I can see you a lot better. We're going to be reading the classic Eat the Cat, the Great Leprechaun Shake. So I'm going to be showing you the book. We're going to tell you all about Pete's adventures and how he caught a leprechaun and what he did after he caught them. Pete the Cat, the Great Leprechaun Shake. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and Pete's teacher, Mr. G, is teaching about leprechauns. The only time you can catch one is on St. Patrick's Day. A leprechaun will bring you good luck. Now everyone in class wants a leprechaun. Pete gets a great idea. He will open a leprechaun catching business. St. Patrick's Day comes and Pete gathers some supplies. He hangs a sign above his stand. This will be easy, thanks. Squirrel is Pete's first customer. I want a leprechaun, Squirrel says. I need good luck for my test. Cool, I'm on it, says Pete. Pete has a plan. He will follow a rainbow until he finds a leprechaun. Finally, Pete arrives at the end of the rainbow and finds Clover the leprechaun next to a pot of gold. Pete sneaks up behind Clover and swish, swish, swish. But Clover is too fast. Did you think you could catch me so easily, lad? Once there was a cat named Pete who thought nabbing some luck would be neat. Then he happened upon a smart leprechaun who he found quite tricky to beat. Clover disappeared into a puff of smoke, and now Pete will need a new plan. That afternoon, Gus visits Pete's lucky leprechaun catchers. I want a leprechaun. I need some good luck for my band recital. Pete says, I'll see what I can do. So Pete plans on luring Clover with a bit of music. He plays a jaunty song on his guitar, and before long, Clover dances over to Pete. Just a little closer, a little closer. Suddenly, Clover starts to spin around Pete, round and round and round, and Clover goes faster. Oh boy. Oh no, Clover's wrapped up Pete with the rope. Pete has finally met his match, a crafty leprechaun he cannot catch. He'll never win, he'll never win, he'll never give in. He needs to find something else to match. That evening, Callie visits Pete's lucky leprechaun's den. I want a leprechaun, Callie says. I need good luck for my tennis match. St. Patrick's Day is almost over, and there isn't much time to catch a leprechaun. But Pete won't give up just yet. Pete sets a trap for Clover. Before long, Clover tiptoes up to the trap. I love candy, he whispers, peeking under the box. Pete waits very quietly and crash! Pete crushes over and checks his candy-making machine, but it's empty. Clover skips away. Pete has tried many a plot, but still I haven't been caught. And isn't it dandy, I even got candy, while Pete gets squat. Pete has an idea. He's decided he's going to follow the trail to Clover's secret hideout. So, do you all think that Clover will get caught this time? Let's find out. So Pete sneaks up on Clover and swish, swish, swish. Pete finally catches Clover. Why do you want me? Clover asks. I am helping my friends who need a little bit of luck, says Pete. Luck doesn't come from having a leprechaun, says Clover. You and your friends already have each other, and that's the best kind of luck. You're as lucky as Pete would want to be. Could Clover be right? Pete is one very lucky cat. A lucky cat doesn't need a lucky leprechaun, so he lets Clover go. Pete decides to use his own good luck for his friends. He helps Squirrel study for his test, and Squirrel aces it. He helps Gus practice for his recital, and Gus rocks it. He even helps Callie practice for her match, and Callie wins it. Clover magically appears. Good job, Pete, says Clover. I've got one more poem for you. While Clover played hide and seek, Pete learned something unique. The luck that you make beats the luck that you take any old day of the week. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And a happy St. Patrick's Day from Pete and all of us at the Yonkers Public Library. We hope you've enjoyed Pete's adventures. And now, without further ado, Liz Caruso of the Yonkers Public Library will teach you how to make your very own Lucky Charms shake. Take it away, Liz.
Thank you, Marianne. Hi, everyone. I'm Liz, and today we're going to make a Lucky Charms milkshake. Now, show of hands or any emojis. Anybody like ice cream? I do. Anybody like milkshakes? I do. Anybody like a milkshake so big that you can't even finish it because there's so many toppings in it? 3 for 3. So today we're going to make a Lucky Charms milkshake. Our ingredients that we have are vanilla ice cream, or you can use mint chocolate chip for that Irish flavor. We have Lucky Charms. We have whipped cream. We have milk. Any milk of your choice is of good preference. And we have a very special yet crazy ingredient that is dangerous because it stains your fingers, our green food coloring. Okay, so what I actually did prior was I melted the chocolate, and what I have here is a fondue pot just to kind of make it all set and ready to go. It's all melted here. I melted in white chocolate chips. This is a brand that I use called Wilton Candy Melts. This is in white. They do come in other colors like green and red and blue, any color that you can think of. They had these in Party City and Michael's, so it's good to melt candy. You just melt these in the microwave for about up to a minute. Take it out after 30 seconds and then stir it, and then put it back in again for another 30 seconds. So that makes the chocolate melt pretty quickly. Mix it in with a little milk and it'll be pretty smooth. So what I have here is the green candy melts here. I melted in the white with the green food coloring. So I have like a rich, creamy, white green chocolate here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glass here, and I'm going to let me scoop some into a bowl here because it makes it a lot easier from the pot. And we're going to coat the outside of the glass that I've created here. So let's take this here. And you're just kind of going to spread it around the glass with the back of the spoon. Just to kind of give it decoration on the outside of the glass. Note that I'm using the pot, not the bowl that I just put chocolate in. Try to get as much as possible that you can on the outside. Now the thing with chocolate is that it hardens pretty fast. So anything that you put on the outside of the glass, you got to do it like right away, because then it, like I said, it hardens. So I have here a couple of Lucky Charms in a bowl here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick them onto the glass like so. It's okay to get a little messy. This is your creation, so you can create this how big or small or more charms or less charms. Or vanilla ice cream, mint chocolate ice cream, any way you like. I'm kind of just going around as I go. All right, and this is pretty much the outside of our glass here. I don't know if any of you ever been to, there's a really cool milkshake place in New York City. It's called Black Tap. They actually make shakes like this, where you have all these creations on the outside and on the inside that like I said, you can't even finish the shake because it's just so big and so filled with so many toppings and cookies and candy. It's just great. It's wonderful. So, all right, so that's the outside of our shake here. And it'll harden up as, you know, as I go on. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the best part of the program, which is the ice cream. So we have our vanilla ice cream here, and it's more on the softer side so that it's easier to melt. It's already melted. And I have our blender here because it's gonna just a lot faster to blend all the ingredients in. So I take our ice cream scooper. I'm just gonna scoop some ice cream. It's already melted because it fastens up the process. I put about 3 or 4 scoops. That should fill up the glass. Maybe it'll be a little extra, but that's okay. It's always good to have extra. Okay. And then we have our milk. I'm going to do about a cup of milk. Preferably, it's good to have more ice cream than milk, but that's my personal preference. Okay, and then we have our very tricky green food coloring. Like I said, this stuff you have to be very careful with because it stains your hands, your clothes. So very carefully. And probably put about 3, 4 drops. Just to kind of give it that dark, the more coloring you put in it, the darker it is. So we like to have like a nice dark, rich green. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the cover on. And then I'm gonna slowly blend it together. It takes about a few seconds to blend, especially when the ice cream is melted. Once you put food coloring in, it makes it nice. Make sure that should be good. So I'm just going to take this off really quick. Stay open. All right. Then we're going to top this with cream. And we'll just add whatever excess Lucky Charms that we have left to make our milkshake. Why not? Let's add some cereal as well.
And there you have it.